Since we're streaming live in several countries, this intro is gonna be in English. And for those who doesn't recognize me on the screen, I'm Antonia Ridderstråle, the CMO of Lyti, and I'm hosting the Swedish part of this event, so the Swedish Future of Events 2024. Nice to meet you all that I haven't seen before today. This day would not have been possible without our partner Videosync. Together with them, we have been able to work on this event, the execution, the planning, everything for the past 4 months. This lovely studio in Stockholm belongs to them, and it kind of like feels like home now after being here for a full day presenting and talking to our beloved experts, speakers, innovators within the industry. The making of this flagship event has taught us so much. And before actually introducing Videosync and their colleague Janne on stage, I would like to talk a little bit about the key takeaways. Networking and personal connection is truly the key to succeed with a kick-ass lineup for your event, just like we had today. I want to recommend you to use LinkedIn and dare to ask the people that you want to speak at your event. I must say that LinkedIn has for sure been our best friend throughout this project to actually get in touch with potential speakers. The next tip that I want to give is to partner up, both internally and externally. Cross-collaboration will help you to not exceed budget, but also reach a broader target audience. My third tip is around planning. Try to plan as far in advance you can, because the more you plan, the less last-minute problems you will actually get. Try to plan for all the details you actually can think of. When it comes to communication and design, try to activate your audience, your speakers, and your partners. Why not prepare a communication kit in terms of banners, social media posts, email signature pictures, and all you can think of just to try to broaden your message even further. Have a clear identity and a brand within your brand for the event to kind of like create that extra buzzy feeling around your event. Hosting a retro, that would be my next tip. Super important. Immediately after this event, our team will host a retro to understand what went well, what went good, what can we do better next year. Because we are gonna arrange Future of Events 2025. So a retro is key to understand what you need to adjust to succeed even further, and how you can develop your event concepts even more to get a better return on investment on your event activities. Lastly, don't be afraid to go big, and don't be afraid to be different. And remember, you're not alone. Take help from internal teams, external partners, and also, last but not least, try AI, because it's a lot of tools out there that will help you to become even more effective in your work. With this said, I want to welcome Videosync. And again, this day would not have been possible without them as partners. And now Janne from Videosync is gonna present their key takeaways from the making of this amazing flagship event. Thank you, Janne, and the stage is yours.
Thank you, Antonia, for the introduction, and good day, everyone. I hope you're having a good day so far. I think this is the last presentation, so I will try to keep it short. Also, thanks Lyti for having me here. I'm super happy and excited to give this presentation. A little bit about me. I'm a product owner and business lead for Videosync event platform service at Inderes, and basically I'm in that role, I'm trying to look at different technology trends and opportunities and possibilities, listening to the clients a lot, looking around what's happening in the world, and trying to convert these insights into some value in our event platform product. And today, using that insight, I thought that I will try to give you a glimpse of how this kind of event is being produced from a platform provider's perspective. And since it's definitely a time of AI now, so I couldn't resist the temptation of having a bit of that also in the presentation, taking a look at the future of these what these platforms can do for event professionals. Yeah, so before going to the topic, probably you don't know anything about Inderes. Inderes, a Finnish company, an investing platform, really huge investor community in Finland, and also now active in Sweden. If you haven't checked it out, go to inderes.se and check it out. And we also provide a lot of services to listed companies, equity research, IR software, IR events, and annual general meetings. And why this type of company has a platform like Videosync is that a lot of the things that we do have something to do with the events. We produce over 1,000 events each year with our platform, so we are a heavy user ourselves. So we have both the perspective of a user and of course a provider at the same package. So going into the topic now, sorry for the long introduction, but going into the topic and looking at how this type of event that you're looking at right now is crafted from platform perspective, I've divided into 6 different steps, and in the following I'm trying to go through all these steps, first giving the objective, that is what is the purpose and the goal of this each phase of the project, and then having a look how it's being done in the present, and then how it's going to be done in the future with the help of AI. Hope that makes sense, and hope that you get also some practical insights that you can use in your daily work in the future. So the first step in creating an event like this is basically branding and creating the event interface, the interface where all the magic happens that you are, as said, looking at right now. Of course, the objective for this is to create some kind of feeling, which should increase the probability of getting the message through, and also enable conveying the desired image and professionalism of your company. If you compare it to physical events, I think that, let's say that you would arrange this event in Teams or Zoom, it would be similar to having your flagship event in your company dining hall and not having any stage decoration or lights or fancy stuff there. That kind of thing is good for many purposes, just sharing information. But if you want to create a particular feeling, I think you should put effort in the event interface and branding as well, obviously. How it's being done in the present, for example, in this case, Lyyti came up with a couple of examples that this type of event interface could be good, something that they had seen before. And then we have a look at our templates, we discuss the templates, could we utilize this one, and then we customize it. It tends to take some time because all the clients have their specific needs and requirements for how the brand is going to be conveyed. And it can be time consuming. Of course, it's typically a one-off project that you can reutilize in recurring events as many times as you like. So if you have a series of events, then it's definitely quite a small piece in the project whole. I think how this will change in the future is that with the help of generative AI, it's going to be a lot easier and smoother to create these interfaces. Basically, I think the way we are looking at it is that basically you can give your website address, some reference URL, maybe desired feeling, maybe some context, and then the AI will basically create you a few different suggestions to choose from, and that is actually not that far ahead in the future. As a matter of fact, all these AI points that I'm talking about, they are all something that are already available or about to happen really soon. Does it make sense so far? Good. I can't hear you, by the way, but I guess you said yes. Then the next step is designing the audience onboarding. Objective here is that when you spend a lot of time and money to get the people to the event, you market it somehow, and spend a lot of time designing the content, everything, getting the speakers, everything about it. You want to make sure that people don't leave at the entrance. So the minimum requirement is that it works with all devices, all platforms, as smoothly as possible, so that instead of leaving, you create an entrance that increases the level of commitment to the event and the content to begin with. Presently, in this case, for example, Lyti has of course provided all the registration, reminder emails, transactional emails, and so on. So our part begins when you landed to this event site. But basically, and it works with all devices. You can use whatever. If you have the internet and some kind of device, you can get access to it without downloading any plugins or whatever. But it's quite static. It's not that personal. It's pretty much the same entrance to every participant. I think the way it will happen in the future is that you have some kind of personal AI assistant that is greeting you. Maybe stating some questions for you to begin with, so that the assistant can create a more personalized experience for you, particularly as a event participant, and that has some other values as well. If you do that, if you get that information from the participant, I will get back to that in a bit later. So yeah, that was the audience onboarding. Very important to have it working with all the possible gadgets that you can think of. The third step, that is quite common topic in this kind of project, is the accessibility issues. Of course, for public sector, the regulatory issues set certain standards and rules that had to be taken into consideration. But also for enterprises and everyone organizing events, this basically means that you enable people to consume the event in a way that feels most convenient for them. It's like public service, giving the power to the audience and letting them decide how they want to consume the content probably gives them a reason to be happier in average. For example, in investor events that we do a lot, event transcripts are super important nowadays, because the most active investors, they instead of listening to the content, they want to read it, and they maybe themselves feed it to some AI bot to summarize and so on. In the present world, we have a lot of things that we can already do. We can generate subtitles automatically with help of AI. We can generate transcripts, and these are all available pretty soon after the event. We can even provide live captioning during the event if we like. And how this will evolve in the future, and I think this is really interesting, is that you can provide live captioning in different languages, so that people can, if you have multi-language audience, they can select which captions they like, and even have AI-powered simultaneous interpretation. Because if you can do text, you can do voice. It's how it is nowadays. If you have text, it's very easy to make it text to speech. So that was the accessibility issue. Then the engagement. Of course, all the events nowadays have chat polls, some gamification, collection of further reading, and so on. The objective with the engagement, the way I see it, is that it's twofold. One is to obtain more insights about your audience, both on personal and general level. And two is to take your audience closer to whatever it is that you are trying to achieve with the event. Is it maybe booking a product demo, or getting some other tangible call to action? You can do it during your event with different methodologies, and I think this is something that most event organizers don't do that well in the current situation, and that should be given a lot of more thought when organizing an event like this. I think in the future, the way AI will change this game is that the same assistant that greeted you can personalize the proactive proposals for content, and maybe ask some further questions about you as audience member, and that enables that we can create a more detailed level of insights about that specific audience member. Talking about the audience insights, of course, that's the one thing how you measure the success of your event, using the statistics and audience insight metrics in hybrid and virtual events. The more relevant insights you can deliver about the subjects to marketing automation or CRM system, the more likely you are to successfully place each audience member in the right spot in your communication funnel. Presently, of course, we collect already quite detailed statistics about how long you watched the event, which parts you watched, how you answered polls, did you engage in chat, and so on. And I think in the future with help of AI, we can do even more sophisticated profiling related to the previous topic about the engagement. If we utilize the AI bot to ask and have a dialogue with you, that also leads to better insight about what you represent and what your needs are as an audience member of the audience. All right, that was almost the last, but not quite. This is the last piece of content I'm about to deliver today. Post-event repurposing. The objective here is that, of course, the event shouldn't end when the live session ends per se, because you have spent, as I said, most probably a fair amount of time in designing the content, obtaining the speakers, prepping the speakers, getting the audience to the event. So there is definitely a lot of opportunities to repurpose all this hard work that you have done to be utilized in your SEO activities and other content marketing activities. The way it is nowadays, of course, all the materials that are being broadcasted live, they are straight editable in a platform like this, and the transcripts are available that you can utilize in preparing blog posts and social media posts and so on about the event. But I think this is also a delicious opportunity for the AI to provide further value. With the help of generative AI, the event platform could summarize different presentations. It could even prepare blog posts for you based on the event content. It could prepare social media posts that you can utilize in your social media activities and so on. Maybe some of you are already utilizing AI in different event activities to do this kind of things, and I think some event platforms will integrate that workflow in the event platform tools. Yeah, I think that's all I had to say about these 6 steps. Of course, these 6 steps don't cover everything, but this is the main points driving value, that the platform can drive value to virtual and hybrid events. Hope you enjoyed the presentation. Hope you had some benefit out of it. If you want to continue the discussion, I'll be in the chat, and of course you can reach out to me anytime. I'm really happy to have a dialogue with the event professionals, because that's how we get the ideas as a technology provider now and in the future. All right, thanks a lot. Have a good rest of the day and take care. Bye bye.